All right, everybody out there, happy Friday night. Welcome in. Thanks for having everybody tuning in with us. See, we already got some fine people coming in here. Hope everybody's having a really good night. As always, we've got it with us back by popular demand after her long trip around the world. We've got the snooty lady coming back, only here to make us pores feel better about ourselves. How you doing tonight there, Gutters Bug?
I'm doing good, and I'm glad to be back.
Yeah, glad to have you back, I guess. All right, and with us, as always, we've got our token mad scientist out there shocking himself faster than he can shock the whole wide world. How you doing tonight there, Old Man Builds?
Doing great, man. Should be a fun show.
Yeah, looking forward to it, man. It's going to be a good time. With us, we've got the mouth of Houston tuning in. How you doing there, LW?
Yo, how's it going? It is hot in Texas today. As the great Derek Lewis told Joe Rogan after a fight, my balls were hot.
Well, that's good to hear. We won't need any pictures to prove it. And with us, we do also have our token redheaded stepchild. How you doing tonight there, Tombstones?
I'm doing great. Happy Jimothy summer, everyone.
Oh my God, is it going to be a Jimothy girl summer? Oh no. Hey, we do have our buddy Patty joining in here with us tonight. How you doing tonight there, Patty?
Doing pretty good. Thank you for having me.
Oh, yeah, as always, sitting right here next to me. So this should be a good time. We got a lot of fun stuff to talk about, so thanks a lot, everybody, for being here. We'll be saying hey to some of you here in just one moment. So everybody sit back. We're about to get this thing started. See you on the flip side.
Would you mind telling me whose brain I did put in?
And you won't be angry?
I will not be angry.
Abby someone.
Abby someone. Abby who?
Abby normal.
Abby normal.
Listening to the ASN Podcast Network.
Uh-oh. What do I have to do? What do I do? How the hell do I work this thing? I don't know how any of this works, but I do see that we are all there. Somewhere out there hanging out on these interwebs. Look at that, we lost Toombs now. I don't know what the heck's going on, but there we go. I don't know. I'll work through this. We will figure it out. What is going on, everybody out there? Thanks a lot for being here. Happy Friday night to each and every one of you. I already see some really fine, wonderful people coming in here. Let's see who we've got in here. We got Shane Reynolds coming in here first. What's going on, Shane? Good to see. I guess we'll be seeing you tomorrow as well. We've got Gumby in here. What's up, Gumby? Let's see who else we got. We got everybody Luz Sasshole in here. Good to see you, Luz Sasshole. We got Guacaloco in here bringing tacos for everybody. Thanks a lot, Guacaloco. Matt Dummett, what's going on, Matt Dummett? Good to see you. We got SoCal Buckeye says, what's up, TF? Good to see you, SoCal Buckeye. Let's see, The Cucking Funt. I always have to say your name really slow to make sure I don't mess that up. Good to see you, The Cucking Funt. We got Mama Bear Leah in here. Good to see you, Mama Bear Leah. We got Venomous Venoms. What's going on, Venomous Venoms? Good to see you. Let's see who else we've got. Scrolling down. If I missed your name, not doing it on purpose, just trying to catch up. We got Budman's wife. Good to see you, Budman's wife. Mr. Andrew Heinrich up in here. Good to see you, Andy Heinrich. Let's see who else we got. Sun Honey Studios. Good to see you, Sun Honey Studios. We got Miss Scarlett in here. Good to see you, Miss Scarlett. We have, let's see, scrolling down, trying to catch up. We got C. Smith in here. Good to see you, C. Smith. Like the name. Let's see who else we've got. Boom. Yeah, catching up. Little Miss Red Velvet in here. Good to see you, Little Miss Red Velvet. Scrolling on down. I don't know. Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. Good to see you as well. I'll get caught up. Dozer, what's up, Dozer? Let's see. We got Lemon Party. I like Lemon Party is Dead. I like that too. Good name, a good name. I always love these witty names you all people have out here. Always good to see. Yeah, Ann Howcroft, good to see you. We got Jim Whitty in here as well. God, this chat got away from me. All right, cool. I think I got caught up. Welcome in, everybody. Thanks a lot for being here. Please make sure you have hit that thumbs up button, no matter if you're watching over there on Old Man Builds, you're watching on Gutters Pub, you're watching on Tombstones, or you're watching over here on Traveling Fools. We are going out on X and I think some Facebook platforms. Hell, I don't even know where this is going out, but good to have everybody coming in here hanging out with us. So, what is going on? I can take a breath now. Is that okay?
Ooh, are you going to pass out?
Right, I know. Made it through
Wow.
it. Made it through it.
Sorry, I didn't have my headphones on. Can you do that again?
Right, exactly. I will get right on that. I will get right on starting over to do that again. So, Toombs, I know you had some stuff there. What is this Jimothy thing you are speaking of?
Oh my God, Jimothy is so cute. Hush, Nathan. He is. I don't know if anybody has got on the Team Jimothy bandwagon yet, but oh my God, he's the cutest little thing. He's this. I keep wanting to say squirrel, but he's a raccoon. No, he's not. It's a raccoon and a potato got together and made Jimothy. He's a little raccoon. He's got what they call shortened spine syndrome. So everything's kind of compressed. That makes he's got legs that look incredibly long, but his little body is like all squished in like a little fuzzy potato. And he's
So is it this little thing that you're talking about here? This thing looks kind of like a chupacabra or something like that.
Looks like a monkey and a raccoon had a baby.
It's a potato and a raccoon had a baby.
All right, so let's see this thing run elegantly, like a gazelle.
What am
That's
I
how I
looking
run.
Is that how you run? Okay.
That's how I run. Don't
What
make
am
fun
I
of him.
looking at?
Oh my God.
All right, so this is the new sensation taking over the interwebs right now is a Jimothy thing. I mean, what?
Yeah,
This thing's creepy as hell.
They first saw him, I think it was back in July. He was just a little bitty kid. And he was like hanging out on the top of fence posts and between neighbors' yards and stuff. And and people were like, "Oh, he's not gonna live. He's not gonna make it." But the little sucker is like he's a little engine that could. He just keeps going.
A little engine that could.
He's made an appearance at a Seattle Mariners game. People are like, "Do it for Jimothy."
Oh my God.
Game at the baseball game.
That's what they do for retarded people.
Oh my God! It's not retarded. He's very. Look at that. Look. Oh.
It's like the Make-A-Wish Foundation for Jimothy.
Yep. And even if you type in Jimothy on Google, a little Jimothy will run across the top of your.
I think I could make a 30-yard field goal with that thing.
Oh my God.
Right.
He's so cute.
We
People are
could.
getting tattoos of him. There's
God.
memes. There's T-shirts, which I'm going to get one on order because I really want one now. So I'm going to be Team Jimothy.
A Jimothy tattoo. You should get a Jimothy tattoo.
might.
Definitely one of those. What do they call them? Tramp
Final.
stamps. Jimothy
Yes.
tattoo. That would be pretty cool.
I'm all over it. I'm all over it.
Hey, what's up? I see some more fun people coming in here. What's up, One Take Adventures? Good to see you coming in here. What do you think about this Jimothy thing? We got Scott, Controversial Cruising, in here. What's up, brother? Good to see you. Let's see who else I see coming in here. Mountain Goddess. What is up, Mountain Goddess? Good to see you. Bruce Gas Boxing. What's up, my friend? Good to see you. We got Johnny Utah coming in here. Yeah, it does look like, what do you say, a Benzino dog? Looks like some Benzino dog. So I do see where there's some other things. If I'm not mistaken, I think our illustrious leader has been caught watching Jimothy as well. So that is pretty awesome here. So we do have looking at Air Force One. I like the wow. Oh my God! So this has started quite the internet trend here from what I see. I didn't really know much about this Jimothy thing. Did you see though? There is one more link. I guess the latest news on Jimothy is RFK has been looking into Jimothy. Have you noticed that?
I don't like RFK.
Well, he has definitely been looking into Jimothy here, and this is a definitely legit video, not from the Babylon Bee.
There's something wrong with that thing's butt. I'm just gonna tell you.
It's short and fine. He doesn't have a tail. It's a little stuffed tail.
Bobcat kitties don't have tails either, and sometimes they have problems with their butts.
They do.
I'm with RFK on this one. Let's cook that little fucker up.
Rest in power, Jim Nathan's ready, man. Shish kebab him.
Yeah, some Jimothy
I tell you
kebabs.
what, if RFK thought brainworms were bad, he's gonna really get it if he hurts Timothy.
Oh man, let me go get on my my good suit out there, my flannels and stuff, and let's go rock and roll, brother.
Radiation, right? That's probably
Yeah.
exactly what it is.
Let's go hunting.
Now, did you guys see the little Jimothy dog?
Oh god.
Yeah,
Nathan's just we're torturing Nathan here with this.
it's a potato puppy.
Look at this weird looking little thing.
Oh,
It's like a frog. Little frog legs.
I mean, the dog is kind of cute. Hey, what's up, Equal? Good to see you, Equal.
Creepy, dude.
what is wrong with you? Do you guys kick babies too? I bet you do. I bet you kick
Dude,
babies.
his legs don't even match the rest of his body. It looks like
look
something
at him
happened.
there.
You should know us
Like
by
in
now.
Toy
We make fun of
Story, and
everything
that
different.
next door neighbor kid got a hold of him, and
It does look like a Tasmanian devil. It does kind of look like the Tasmanian devil there.
Oh, it's quick.
Yeah, that thing, I don't know. The little dog is kind of cute, though. I will give it that. What's up, Bubs? Mr. Duggar Fishing. Good to see you coming in here. Yes, that little thing, it is quite creepy looking. But the dog is cute, so I don't really know what else to take. I mean, how long are we going to have to watch Jimothy go through the social media cycle?
Forever. And I'm going to get
Forever?
my t-shirt and I'm going to wear it every Friday night now. Forever. Just because you guys are being
Lord.
He's
You're
going
going
to
to get a
Twitter.
Jimothy t-shirt.
He's going to get a
Yeah.
Twitter account, and then he's going to go
Yeah,
visit
that's
the
it.
Waffle Houses and the
Waffle House.
fucking Buc-ee's.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they already got a GoFundMe page for him, so he can have his own house.
They
Call me
probably
Visit
got
the
a,
Hooters, the only episode I can watch.
Oh, my God. Oh, the poor Jimothy. Poor Jimothy. I don't know what to think about him. I'm glad he's not running around my house, so I'd probably be eating him with RFK. So what else we got going on? Now, Toombs, I know we do have, you were talking about, I think we got a guest lined up. Did you hear back from that guest for next week?
Yes, I do. We have one that I'm so excited about her. So I'll give you guys that much of a hint. And I think we're going to push her out over the week, right? We're going to drop little hints about her. Is that?
I guess so. Whatever you want to do.
Yeah. But she's so awesome. So we've kind of talked about the Warrens, Ed and Lorraine, just a little bit, like when we talked about the Conjuring House. And she has done a lot of research on Ed and Lorraine and about, she's also she's on YouTube and she's got a podcast. And she was just on another pretty big ghost hunter. I would say he's probably like the ghost hunter, one of the ghost hunters. And she was talking about Ed and Lorraine and Annabelle. And currently, I think she's got a little bit of an Instagram beef going with Matt Wright, which I'm on board with. Like, I'm like, you give it to him because she's speaking the truth and they don't want to hear the truth. If that, I mean, sounds like a lot of stuff that we talk about. But one of the things is Annabelle, the one that they display, is probably not the original Annabelle. Just because it is a Raggedy Ann doll. And I don't know how many, I had one when I was little that was my mom's that I inherited. And that thing's face, like after a couple of years, it didn't even have a face anymore. So people kind of question, right? Like they see Annabelle and she's got her little case in the Warren Museum. And she looks pretty darn good. She looks pristine for being like a 50-plus-year-old woman. I mean, doll, possessed doll. So there is some conspiracy, I guess, or controversy. I don't know how you want to phrase it. That's not the real Annabelle doll. So if it's not the real one, where is the real one? And is she really possessed? That's all
Well,
I
what
got.
do you think? What do you think about it? Do you think it's the real one or no?
No, I don't think so. She looks too good. I mean, I know about Botox and all that stuff, but I don't think dolls can do that. So I don't know.
See if I can
think
find
it
a
was-
But if
picture
it's
of it.
not been played with, then
But-
it would keep its features.
Yeah,
know what
you
I
would
mean?
think it would fade though, right? Over time. It's over 50 years old. It's painted fabric. I mean, I don't know. But then again, are possessed dolls real? So, I don't know. I don't believe in that either. She reportedly kills people if they touch her.
What's that
I mean, if
other
you guys
one's
watch-
name?
Robert.
The one dude doll? That's
Yeah,
like a
and
mannequin
even
or
look at
something?
Robert. He looks like he's from the what was he from? Like I want to say the 20s, but I
Robert's
think he
a
might
good
be
doll.
older than that. You look at him, he looks like an old frickin' doll. Like he looks old. Like that's kind of the original. He's got, the cloth and everything on his face. You can see where the seams are splitting and stuff. I mean, he's still really creepy, but yeah, look at her. Doesn't she look pretty damn brand new?
Looks like she's in an outhouse.
Right, exactly.
She's
Now,
got
how old is this thing supposed to be?
I don't know. I know at least from the 70s. So I'm going to say over 50 years old now, but she may be from, I'm not quite sure when Annabelle was acquired, but I think our guest will know and she will fill us in on all of that. But yeah, I'm excited. And she's done some, like I said, she's done the research, which I think is pretty incredible, into especially Ed. And she could probably answer some of Fool's questions that he had before about how shady Ed may be. So
Yeah,
I'm very
shady's kind of like an
excited.
understatement with a lot of that. I mean, he was into some sketchy stuff.
Yeah, all of them work because
What am I hearing in the background? Am I hearing something weird?
It's the Annabelle doll.
It's the Annabelle doll talking. I mean, what is going on here?
if one appears over my shoulder, y'all, it's been nice knowing you.
I don't know,
Yeah,
but your voice just like completely cut out there. It was really weird. About the time the music kicked in.
Yeah, I think we start talking about Annabelle and all this weird stuff starts happening. Yeah, Little Miss Red Velvet in the chat. I think her favorite thing to talk about is actually to talk about creepy little dolls. That is Little Miss Red Velvet's favorite topic.
Yeah.
What else were the Warrens tied up in there?
There was, geez, I don't know how to say it. There was a 15-year-old girl.
Well, no, I'm not talking. We'll save that for.
We'll save that one. Okay.
Yeah, we'll save that one.
So,
I mean,
yeah,
as
that
far
was
as like their the stuff that they looked into.
Well, part of what I hope she's going to talk about, which I mean, we'll ask her about, but the Warrens apparently bought stories. So they bought ghost stories from people. And somehow, if I'm understanding it correctly, those stories that they bought, they put into these paranormal investigations. Suddenly, right, that they became like say I sold them a story about a ghost horse that I have on my property. Suddenly they would go to an investigation, say they were at the Amityville Horror House, right? And suddenly there's a ghost horse that's running the grounds. Something like along those lines. So they would sell a story and somehow those little bits of those stories would pop up into these investigations. And I told you guys how I felt about the Conjuring house, like how Bathsheba, right, our favorite lady, she was a real woman who never actually lived there. She wasn't a witch, yet somehow the Warrens, they made her, I mean, this poor dead lady that can't defend herself any longer, right? They made her into a witch because I think they probably thought Google was never going to come along and that we could really dig into their stories, but maybe they knew they'd be long dead once that happened. I don't know if she really was psychic, but
They may bury me and call me a wizard. That may happen.
I've seen you spark, so maybe you really are a wizard. But I don't think
more
Bathsheba
popular than Timothy.
some of this, like especially with Bathsheba, I believe it was her headstone. It's been replaced several times because people will steal the headstone because of the Conjuring House story. And I think that, I mean, that alone kind of irritates me. Like, what did this woman ever do to them? Oh, shit. I don't like that.
So this is footage of Annabelle trying to escape.
This is her trying to get into one of Matt, right?
That's Annabelle's mother.
exactly.
Comedy shows.
Who's that wife?
Yeah, so I think that's going to be a good guest to have on, because I do have a lot of questions for somebody, you know, that is somewhat of a, like, I guess, a expert in that topic and about all that. So I really do look forward to, forward to talking about that with them. That'll be interesting. So yeah, that should be. I mean, she did confirm next Friday night with you.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
okay, cool.
she's confirmed. She had something come up tonight. So, but
No, and that's good, and that's good. It's good so we can touch up on that. I know people like Mean Green in chat. What's up, Mean Green? Good to see you. I know they've talked a lot about that. I see the chat talking about all that. So it should be pretty interesting to to get perspective on that topic. Now, what say you, Gutters? I mean, what do you think about all that? Do you think Annabelle's actually like a little haunted doll, or do you think that's just a big hoax?
I have no idea. I don't. I mean, maybe she is haunted. But
I mean, if you had to
All
like
about I
call
gotta
one of them
see.
out, which one would you call out? Would you call out Annabelle, or would you call out Robert the doll?
I'm not calling out Robert. Robert's my buddy. I love him.
I love you, Robert.
I love you, Robert.
Everybody loves Robert the doll.
Everybody loves Robert.
Yeah, he's got to be just about the creepiest one. Patty, you ever see Robert the doll down there in the Keys? You ever go to that down in Key West?
Well, I've been to Key West many times, but I don't recall Robert the doll.
Okay, yeah, you got to go to that museum there. It's
Let's go.
pretty creepy.
Field trip.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you see a lot of creepier stuff than just Robert the doll in Key West, but it's a load of fun. It is a load of fun.
I would love to see him. Just ask him before you take his photo, and you'll be okay.
Yeah, why are you looking at dolls when you go to Key West? There's a whole lot better on the beach, man.
Yeah. And besides that, I bring my own doll.
You gotta
We
check
weren't
her
talking
out.
about blow up
Guys,
dolls.
Right, exactly. I thought you popped that already. Yeah, here's a Robert video.
hidden
This is pretty cool.
flashlight in the doll.
Oh, dude.
Oh,
Oh, look at
Yeah.
this. This is pretty awesome.
Robert looks.
Is that a
Look
puppy
at
in his
all-
lap, or is he just
Yes.
happy to see you?
Yeah, he both.
Ain't he creepy?
Yeah, he's pretty creepy, man. Robert's got to be one of the creepiest ones out there, in my opinion. He just even looks just weird, creepy. I don't know what to think about
No,
him.
they don't mean that, Robert. They don't mean that.
No. I mean, I love him to death. He's a good buddy of mine and all that jazz, But yeah, he
sailor.
just. I do
Yeah,
like his little sailor outfit.
So Venom, she right? What? Sorry, I don't want to misgender anybody, but spoke of Jason Hawes. Well, our guest was just a guest of Jason's, so because he does, they did buy the Conjuring House, so I do believe the place is actually haunted, but I don't think it's Bathsheba. But I mean, the place is like what I think it was built 1830s or something like that. So lots of people have come and gone, and I wouldn't doubt that there's something going on there, but I don't think it's for Bathsheba. I think she gets a bad rap, and justice for Bathsheba. I'm gonna make that a t-shirt next.
Yeah, you definitely. Yeah, so it'll be interesting to have somebody on that'll give us some more insight. So yeah, next Friday night, we're definitely going to be talking all about the Warrens and all about, those creepy little dolls and stuff like that. So, and I've got a lot of questions for us, so that should be good. What's up, Mishka? Good to see you in here. We got Dead Punk in here as well. Good to see you, Dead Punk. What is this one? J-Lo? Is that what it says? J-Lo? Is that the real J-Lo? We got the real Officer Taylor coming in here as well.
Right.
Oh my God, we got all kinds of celebrities up in here. Good to see you, Officer. First name Andy. That would be good. So Yeah, that should be a lot of fun. So, what else going on in this crazy world right now? I guess we're back in war again, so that's pretty good. Gas prices are going to get cheaper by the day. That's always a good thing to know. Nathan, you got any cool stuff you wanted to show us before? And what we're going to do is go ahead and drop the chat here before too long, and we're just going to cover some different topics, have some fun. But we'll drop the chat here in a few, and just let anybody come up that wants to talk to us about any cool thing like that. So, what say you, Nathan? You got something you wanted to show us?
Yeah, I actually, if you don't mind, I'll put it up there for you so you can play it. It's basically what I've been working on for Tesla Tech, and I'm going to do weight reduction when I get there. No, not my fat ass being reduced, but I mean anti-gravity weight reduction.
He could be all dressed up like, what was his name? Oh, my God, what was his name? The workout guy, sweating to the oldies.
Oh, dude, I'm
Richard Simmons, yeah. Nathan gonna come out here looking like Richard Simmons.
Okay, so I proposed we start doing skits, and I wanted to watch Richard Simmons. Yeah, that's gonna end well.
Right, exactly. That should be good. All right, so what do you got going on here, Nathan? Let's hear about this.
So basically, what this is I ran a test on this thing, and it ran for 10 minutes, and you see the needle didn't move, but then when I put it into field coupling, you'll see the weight reduce on the scale. And it lost about 1.5 pounds of weight. And NASA right now is still in micronewtons or something, less than a gram of weight on a scale. And I got 1.5 pounds the first try.
So push pause on that for a second. So how is this thing working? Like, can you kind of give me a summary on what the hell's going on here? Looks like something I used to, go to a trailer, and buy stuff from somebody. So we got a little scale going on here. What are we selling? What's going on here?
So what happens is basically I'm building a field like the Earth. So if you think magnetosphere, a boundary layer, and an ionosphere, that's exactly what I'm putting in there. So I'll put high voltage on the top and bottom plate, which are counter-rotational. I'm putting the hairpin circuit from a Tesla coil to the center. And what it does is it makes boundary layers in physics. So on the inside, it fills up with ions. And on the outside, it has layering. So it'll have layers for the energy of the moon. So if I just run this thing off the 2 disks, it'll start my computer, it'll change the channel, it'll do everything else, right? I hit my Tesla coil button to turn it on, immediately stops all that, cuts all that off, and creates a field boundary of energy. So now it can contain energy inside of a capacitance area. And once you do that, it starts to lose weight on the scale. One of the biggest misunderstandings of all this is just to put pure energy in it and let it fly all over the room. Doesn't work. I put it this way, and I followed the same recipe the Earth uses, loses weight.
Makes total sense to me now.
Yeah.
Probably not a little bit. Yeah.
Nathan, I do have a
I'm sure you
question.
can tell by the glazed look on my face. I got every single bit of what you just said.
Nathan, how long until we can travel in time with that device?
To be very honest with you, sooner than you think if you had enough money to put into the research of it. Once you get into something like this, you'll find out that you're creating gravity itself inside the craft, is what essentially I'm doing. I'm basically creating gravity in the craft. And we have gravity on our Earth, so it's gravitational field inside of a gravitational field, which basically would mean to anybody I can create time dilation inside the craft. Once I do that, we can travel in time.
I like Mountain Goddess says she's never heard of a testicle button before. I like it.
Actually,
I like it.
Like a big lever you pull. You know what I mean?
Right,
Over between
exactly.
the testicles.
Oh, geez. What's up, Troy V? Good to see you, brother. All right, so let's see this thing in action now that we know exactly how it's working, and we can all make one ourselves.
It does look like something in Hunter Biden's hotel room, doesn't it?
Right.
Looks like something you can serve cupcakes on. I love cupcakes.
Oh, man.
So that's it. It's losing the weight there. So you can see the little thing ticking down there. That's pretty cool.
No, it'll come pretty heavy here in the next few minutes. Hopefully it hurries up.
Now, is this live right now?
No, this is just playing on a video that I have.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you were like running it over there on another screen there.
No. So it's basically right at about, say, 6 pounds right now. So it'll go back beyond that 5 right there, hopefully in the next minute. God, it's like taking forever.
Oh, Patty just told me it would be great if all of a sudden it was running and you disappeared, you know. It was like, poof, Nathan's gone. It's
How do we get him back? I don't know the magic numbers.
All right, it should start losing weight now. Sorry.
That would be funny.
Come on.
It's going to lose weight. Can you put that on me?
Yeah.
Hey, Ray Gutters
Can
wants
I
to
get
order.
that mounted on my
He wants
back?
to order one of these. So we will be selling these in our new weight loss class that we're going to have. Just check out the merch store. Coming soon, you know.
It's doing it right now. Hold on, let me
Hashtag
just-
Jimothy for 20% off.
so watch.
Type in code Jimothy.
Yeah, right now it'll start losing weight. Watch. It starts going
I
backwards
see it.
in the scale.
And that would make sense, LW, because Jimothy is like 20% off.
Right.
So
My biggest question is, will it give you Ozempic face? Because I don't want that.
Right.
yeah.
But that
Oh,
Ozempic
no.
face thing is really, really bad. You see all these celebrities looking like that. It's like, ugh.
Oh, yeah.
It
Like,
I
eats
don't
your
understand
muscle.
why they give it to anybody.
They
Yeah.
make up with the Botox.
well, it
Right.
sucks it takes the fat from everywhere. So, like, you've got fat on your face that rounds it out, right? And if they take all your, right, it sucks all the fat out of you, your face goes, it falls like that. It hangs off. It's really creepy looking, honestly.
Yeah, they're all out there looking like Skeletor, kind of, you know.
Yeah, I'd rather be a little chubby and not have that.
Well, it messes with your pancreas or something. It messes
Yeah,
with something that causes all kinds of problems. I know the big thing was to give it to diabetics, but it sounds like, I mean,
What's crazy is there's currently 3,900 lawsuits against Ozempic.
yes.
It's crazy.
Terrible.
They're just
No, it's pretty cool though, Nathan. I mean, that's neat how that thing works. So, is your goal to actually, like, do you think you'll get it to actually come off that platform eventually?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a lot further along than what I have right here, and I'm kind of waiting to Tesla Tech to show it. But
that'll
yeah,
be
that
cool.
thing will be by the end of the year. It'll be flying.
Oh, that's cool. And when is tell everybody about your Tesla Tech coming up? You know, promote that thing out there for everybody.
So next month on the 12th, I'll be over there giving a lecture on this right here, on inertial mass reduction and how it works in physics. And by the time I'm done, you'll understand how magnets work. You'll understand how all of plasma physics works. You'll also understand how to create gravity on your own. I basically am going to break science really fast in this whole thing. And then after this, I have planned to break ancient tech and exactly how it works. And then I'm going to visit every channel I can to show it. Basically, I found out how things work, and I'm getting them to work perfectly time after time. And I don't think anybody's going to be able to stop it unless they shoot me.
Well, that's what's going to happen. All of a sudden, you're going to disappear. It's be like, well, one day Nathan was going to get his mail out of his mailbox, and we never saw him again. And all his garage has been, totally wiped out, nothing left.
It'll be a case on missing 411.
Right? Exactly.
Oh, I love the missing.
I've never watched that. Never watched Missing 411.
Oh,
Never even heard of it, to be honest.
we need to get Dave on here. Dave Politis. He's the whole missing 411 guy. And yeah, it's crazy.
Huh, that's interesting. Yeah, so that's cool, Nathan. That'll be pretty neat. I looked into the Tesla Tech. I'm gonna have to figure out a way of watching it at some point. But yeah, we won't talk about that. I'll figure out some kind of way of getting in there, and we'll hack our way into it somehow. But don't tell anybody I said that. Shit, I said that.
We'll just record it, man. You know what? It's for a bunch of people who are into this kind of stuff, just to talk about it. And I have a couple people from my channel going to show up there and watch it. So I thought that was pretty cool, man. Get to meet and greet everybody, and then talk about people who experiment with stuff. So actually, for me, like the nerd guy, and I'm inside. This is perfect, man.
Well, isn't your buddy Crypto? Isn't he going?
Yeah, Crypto's going.
Yeah. Now, what is he doing? Isn't he speaking at it too? What is he talking about?
Yeah, actually, the crazy thing is, crypto is very good at what he does. And he breaks down matter inside jars. And it breaks down according to atomic mass. And he's creating stars in the jar, energy, things like that. Really smart guy, man. Once you get past the kind of things he does on his channel that are weird, he's actually one of the most brilliant people I've ever met.
He's a cool guy. He's very eccentric, which I like. I think that's funny. Now, the cooking fun, that's pretty funny what he says. My ex had a coil put in to prevent pregnancy. She never understood why I thought that was a shocking thing to do. I need to educate myself.
Was it a Tesla coil?
Yeah, a testicle?
Testicle coil.
Right, exactly. It was a testicle coil. So you know what we can do? I know we got a lot of different things we can talk about here. But what I am going to do is, I do see we got some people. We said we do some take some calls tonight if anybody wants to. I'm going to drop the link down here to call in if anybody would like to, down here in the bottom of the chat. If anybody else wants to do that over there on your pages. Thanks everybody for being here. We are going out on LWs. We're going out on Old Man Builds. We're out on Tombstone's Gutters Pub over here at Traveling Fools. We're live on X as well. A bunch of beautiful people watching from all over. I think, what else the hell we live on? Somebody's got a Facebook? I don't even know.
That's me.
Oh, you're live. Nathan's live. I see a little Facebook up there. So, yeah, we're live on Facebook as well. That makes us hip. That makes us like the hip boomers, So we are live over there. Anybody watching on Facebook, howdy. So, yeah, I went on ahead and dropped that. I will pin that there. If anybody wants to call in, tell us their thoughts on any of this, or tell us about creepy dolls or any, just anything at all, feel free to. There's the link. It's pinned. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that too next week. What is that, Gutters?
And make sure to smash that like.
Oh, yeah.
Now that's the big thing with YouTube. It's not about views, it's about likes. So,
yeah, I don't hardly ever pay much attention to that. But, yeah, I am excited about that next week, Toombs. That's a good score on the guest there. I've had a lot of questions about, asking some people some stuff like that. So that'll be pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I love somebody who does good research. Being a genealogist and all, I don't if you find something that's obviously the truth, let's not sugarcoat it. Just change and adapt to the truth. But a lot of people don't like doing that. So
you know what's funny, and you say that, I don't think I've ever said this before, and I actually had forgotten about it. But when you first, I saw your page, came around and all this stuff, and I was reading your info, I read it as gynecologist, not genealogist. I swear to God I did. And that was all this gynecologist. I was like, wow, that's, well, whatever, I guess it's, gynecologists into ghosts over here, that kind of stuff like that. Then I realized I read it wrong and went, oh, genealogy.
For ghosts and pussies. That's funny.
No, dude, I either need to be liquored up real good to be looking at hoo-has all day long or make a lot of money. But I guess you could make a lot of money. So maybe it...
I'm sure you could.
I give it to him. I'm not into looking at JJs all day long. But hey, if you do, that's great. I mean, I'm sure you guys don't mind, but... I
don't know. I think it would be... it's not a job I would want, because I think the bad would outweigh the good. Most of the time people going in there, there'd be some kind of problems and stuff. It's not like, you're getting every centerfold off the roads coming in there like, hey, check this out. No, it's like, I got a problem here. What do you it's like, oh my God,
You got no drama on there. It's like new phrase for skeletons in the closet. That's...
I think I'm going to be sick.
Especially when they come in with guacamole or something on their taco.
Oh,
Jimothy,
don't make fun of guacamole like that. He doesn't have guacamole on his taco.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. Patty just sent me something over here. Let me see if I can figure out a way of getting this onto my screen here. Let's see. Maybe he can tell us about this. So that's a photo. All right, give me 1 second. I've got this. Somehow I got to be able to send this to an email. Wow, I'm getting hip here, guys. This is I'm definitely good at this. Well, go ahead, Patty. Tell people what the hell this is.
Okay. Well, course, I've worked many years in law enforcement, and let's see, we were working some burglary cases, but came across some suspicious activity behind a house some people moved into. And they kept seeing lights behind the house regularly. But they've also had a lot of, I guess what you'd say, paranormal activity from, the builders and different things, seeing apparitions in their place. But, no evidence of that other than just testimony. So we put up some trail cams, try to catch who's walking through their property in the middle of the night. And this is what we pretty much came up with. Now, you could take a look at it for yourself and come to your own conclusions.
Give me one moment. I'll have it up here in 2 seconds. I had to get it from my phone into the computer.
But with this picture, what was it? I sent it into Coast to Coast AM, and of course it went all over the internet. But anyways, you'll see the story if you were to look it up, and
Whoa.
Oh, look at that.
Well, what was consistent, and this is looking outside the box, the path that this whatever you want to call it, was taking was consistent with the elderly woman that used to live there, because she used to walk that route and feed the squirrels and the birds. That's looking outside the box.
Yeah, that's kind of creepy as hell.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
What do you think about this, Toombs?
My mouth is hanging open right now, so don't put me up on big screen. But wow,
And as
that is
you can
freaking
see,
cool.
the leaves are kind of lit up. That's facing it.
Yeah.
The little object that's being that's hanging down. If it was zoomed in on, you'll see almost like a saw. It has like little edges on there. And also on the head, there's a bun, like a woman wearing a bun.
Yep. I'm seeing the head up there, and it does look like, it looks kind of like the side profile of a woman with a bun on her head. Yeah. But I can see the wings. That's
wow. And
wow.
a lot of people made remarks of anything from angelic to fairies to, I'm not sure. All I know is have a picture. And of course, we were all in the criminal investigations office looking at it, and they basically just said, "Hey, here you go, Mulder. You take care of this one."
Mulder. And we got Melissa. What's up, Melissa, in the chat? Says wants to know if there's a video of it out there at all, or
No video. It's just a single shot picture.
oh, okay.
Like a trail. Okay.
Toombs, you got some support coming in here up here on
Oh,
the
I do?
highlighted
Where?
Mountain
Where?
Goddess.
Oh, is that for me?
I don't know. I
Oh,
think
thank you. Thank you very
isn't that
much.
following over on your channel?
No, I think that might be on Gutters, isn't it?
No, I think it's yours.
No? Is it
I-
mine? Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
I'm not exactly sure, what's going on.
Somebody-
Either way, shout out there
Somebody got
to
one. Yay.
right wherever that's coming in from. Shout out there to Mountain Goddess. Thanks for the support over here for everybody. It is always appreciated, never required, but always appreciated out there. So thanks a lot, and everybody does appreciate you coming in there with $20 super chat. So thanks a lot, Mountain Goddess. So Patty, what did they never came up with any explanation for this in no way, shape, or form or anything like that? It just
No, not really. It's just originally, throughout the Appalachians, you get what they call coon hunters. They're out there hunting raccoons in the middle of the night with their dogs. And they thought at first it was some hunters on the property, and they didn't want them on the property as well. But we didn't have any evidence of that. We spoke to some that consistently hunt in that area. They've never been around that area. And that's where we came up with the trail cam. Story from inside the house before they moved in there. They had, a construction crew doing some renovation in the house, and everybody was taking their lunch break. And one of the guys that's in the construction crew went in there to make sure something's turned off. He looked down the hallway, and there's a woman standing there, and he was asking who she is, because as far as he was aware of, there's nobody in that house other than them. And she just turned around, walked, and went straight through the wall. And he went back to the truck and wouldn't go back in the house the rest of that day.
Yeah, I just quit.
Yeah. But as far as any other stories involved with it, you know, we were just investigating, trying to make sure that things are all right, no burglaries are taking place, and no criminal activity. But with this here, I mean, there's not much we could do.
Right? Didn't you? What was you were telling me a long time ago? Didn't you work at a place that used to be like, or they did a call center from what used to be a nursing home or something, or a hospital or something like that? And it was like nobody ever wanted to go upstairs or something. Or wasn't there some weird stories like that?
Yeah, you're referring to the one of the, like, the dispatch locations.
Right.
Yeah, that's located in an old nursing home, and that's actually the morgue section where they're located. And they regularly see shadow figures. We had real good surveillance through there. Everything's covered throughout that lower region, and you would turn around and see actually apparitions walking down the hallway. And we end up getting something one night, and of course they wanted to lock up those tapes. They didn't want anybody to go through it.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to work there. Not the type of place. I would want to work. Hey, real quick, did Toombs and all you guys, did y'all drop the link in your channels there?
Let me go do
Yes.
it. Hang on.
I did.
Yeah, so everybody, the links are pinned at the bottom of the chat, no matter where you're watching. It should be pinned everywhere. Anybody want to call in and give us their thoughts? We'd love to hear from you tonight. I think everybody's had a really long week tonight, but we wanted to be here, do our show anyway, and just have a good time. So, we're kind of opening up the lines a little bit earlier than normal. So if anybody does want to come up, more than welcome to. If not, we'll keep talking about a bunch of crazy stuff.
The ghost thing, I would love to have one. Honestly, I need a friend. So it would be awesome to see something like that pass through the wall. I would have to go and meet it and wake up every night to greet it. This thing would be awesome.
You can get a dog, right?
Yeah, but it's not the same thing. I mean, yeah, everybody has a dog.
Yeah, dogs can't walk through walls last time.
Let's get Nathan a Jimothy.
Yeah. Screw all that. No Jimothy's. I'm getting an angel.
Leave my...
I'm going to get you a Jimothy. I'll pack it up and ship it to you.
Yeah. Everybody needs one of these in their life. They don't need a Jimothy.
Yeah, this is what, as soon as I saw it, I was thinking Mothman or something, but wow.
Would you freak out and leave, though, if you saw this?
If I was walking in the woods and I saw this, yeah, I'd turn and go probably. Well, I'd take a couple pictures and then I'd turn and run the other way. Yeah, but
Well, if you look at the hand holding the what looks like a blade, if you zoom in on it, you can see where the hand, it goes straight through the trees there, and that's an embankment right there. I went out to that location to look and see if there's, I do man tracking as well, so I'm looking for any evidence of someone going through broken branches, overturned rocks, any type of footprints. Didn't find anything. It was clean.
wow.
Yeah, I gotta meet that kind of person.
Did you just say you do man tracking?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I do
Man
too.
tracking.
He's had
Benefit of
fun.
the doubt.
That's what we call it. That's when he goes and hangs out at.
Oh yeah.
That's when he goes and hangs out at Swinging Richards. He's doing some man tracking over there.
The blue oyster.
I'm here to do some man tracking, boys.
Right.
He's Lieutenant Dangle from Reno 911.
Right, exactly. Hey, so we do have our first caller coming up here. Now, this person needs no introduction, but they get one anyway.
And keep having as many Duggars as possible. So it's going to be a Duggar America, everybody.
How you doing tonight there, Mr. Duggar Fishing? What's going on, Bubs?
Hey, I ought to sound pretty good tonight. Everything's going great with me, man.
Well, that's good. That's good to hear. How's the weather doing out there in that beautiful state you live in?
Dude, we've been getting a little bit of rain. I kept telling people they were making it up, that we weren't really getting rain, but we are getting rain, a little bit of rain, and it'll be raining one minute, sun shining the next, and It beats 110 degrees. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, you got crazy weather out there. It gets really cold and really hot. So
Yeah, it's only a little certain part of the summer that gets hot. That's why I like it out here. It stays pretty mellow. You got a lot of mellow days, but we do have pretty hard winter sometimes here too. But
right.
I called in because I've had a couple of those little excursions with boogermans and some ghostesses and stuff, and I realized right away that kind of crap's not for me, and you people are nuts for chasing ghosts and stuff that walk through walls. I'm just gonna go tell you.
Maybe a little nuts.
I mean, you got to be a little nuts to want to mess with a ghost, man. But it's that picture you just showed. You can see the woman in it without any really close inspection. I mean, I can kind of like see the flow of a feminine form there, but it kind of looks like at the end he's got this like a scythe or a grain knife or something. I don't know, man. Like he gathers it like the Mr. Dead guy that wants to kill everybody and take them to hell or to heaven.
So what kind of story? What's happened to you,
dude? I've actually, and this has happened in the last 3 years too. I totally felt I'm pretty sure it was my wife get in bed with me, and it kind of freaked me out, but it didn't freak me out. But I could feel a pressure of the bed. It just felt. You know how it feels when somebody gets in bed with you. I felt somebody get in bed with me, and she would never do me no harm, so it didn't scare me, but it scared me. You know what I mean? Because I'm kind of spooked about spooks. I am, and another one, I was in an old house, and I could have swore I seen somebody in a mirror behind me, and then I looked, there wasn't nobody there, And I'll tell you this: I never went back to that house again.
Yeah.
That's the one that creeps me out the most. Is like you're washing your face and you look up in the mirror, and if there was somebody standing behind me, no.
Oh, I kind of lost it when that happened. I got out of that place. I didn't say goodbye, nothing, or tell the other people I was going outside the building. I left.
It's probably just Ben.
Right.
Could be.
Yeah, Ben coming to visit you.
That's a pretty spooky thought, too. Hey, how's the mic sounding, man? Everything sounding good?
Hey, you sound good. You sound good. Yeah, you're coming in clear, so that's good.
Yeah, I broke down and got me some speakers with some headphones.
Yeah, that helps.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, you were talking about mirrors. They always talk about those old, antique mirrors and stuff. How mirrors can take stuff with them wherever they go and all that kind of jazz. Old mirrors are pretty creepy.
Yeah.
And just one thing, you always watch like those horror movies and stuff like that. They always have those scenes, there's a lot of them when the person's looking at themselves in the mirror and then, they move and the thing, like the, image in the mirror doesn't move or whatever. And it's just, or it does something different, and it's like, that would just be creepy as hell. That used to scare me when I was a kid.
Yeah, I appreciate that mirror you put in your guest room I'm staying in.
You're very welcome. I got a bunch of antique mirrors, so I'll make sure I hang them all in there.
No,
yeah, it's probably one of those two-way mirrors, though. So I'd be careful, Patty.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised they didn't put dolls in there with you.
Oh, I know. It's okay
Oh,
though.
you weren't here,
do my
Mr.
Buffalo
Duggar.
Bill thing, and
He has his own doll that he brought with him.
that's right.
He just needs an air pump.
Yeah, I know.
And after 20 years, their faces haven't faded.
Mouth looked like it got slammed by a doorknob.
He's loyal to his girl, 20 years. Damn.
All the lipstick is rubbed off, but she's still.
Oh, no.
You party her up. A little odd there. Oh, that's disgusting.
Put a little Avon on her. It'll be all right.
Little skin so soft. Yeah, keep the mosquitoes away at least.
Good bicycle patch. You should be good as new.
Oh,
Yeah, Troy V said the same thing. Nothing a tire patch can't fix. Exactly, Troy.
oh, that's wrong.
Oh my God! I remember going. We were taking my cousin on a bachelor party, and buddy Dirty Dave, Patty knows Dirty Dave. He brings a blow up sheep, in the van, and we're all going in the van. So the whole way to this bachelor party and the whole way back, which it was like 500-mile trip. We're in this huge extended 350 van, and that damn sheep floated around. Of course, we named it Dolly. What else were you going to name it? But he told me the funniest story. He said when he went to go get it, he was sitting there asking the person. He's like, hey, I'm trying to get a blow up doll, a blow up, sheep to take to this bachelor party. And the guy's like, all right, I got one over here. And he said the guy got about halfway down and turned around. And he says, do you want that with or without love holes? And he was like, oh, of course he got it with.
Of course he got it with. He went through the humiliation. He might as well.
Right.
Is Dave Amish? Is Dave
Fucking sheep with a tetanus shot when he was done. Boy.
How else are you going to buy them, I guess? But, yeah, so what else, Duggar? You got any other creepy stories for us?
Only creepy story I got is about this guy that runs this channel, Traveling Pools. Ladies, y'all watch out for him. And I love you, Gutters, Tombstones. You're a sweetheart. Chad, everybody.
Love you, Mr. D.
Dub, L-Dubs, you my boy. Big old Nate, you're my hero, man. Fools, he's all right. Hey, I'll take care of you little bitty selves, okay?
Love you, Mr. Duggar.
All right, Mr. Duggar. Thanks as always for coming up here, man. Always appreciate you. Sound great tonight too. So shout out to you.
Right on, doodly doo.
All right, we got our tiddly do. We do got another caller back here wanting to come up here and hang out and give us some thoughts. Welcome up here, Venomous Venoms. How you doing?
Hi, how are you?
Doing great, doing great. As always, pleasure to have you here. So what's going on in your neck of the woods this evening?
Oh, it's been a quiet night, but I thought I'd come out and tell you guys a story when my grandfather passed.
All right, well, yeah, we are all ears. Thanks for coming up.
I was about 15 when my grandfather passed away, and word had not traveled through all the family that he had passed. And we had gone over to my aunt's house, and we were sitting in the kitchen. And it was myself, my grandmother, and my aunt and uncle. And her kids were in bed, and my cousin came down the stairs. She was about 3 years old at the time. And she said, "Where'd Grandpa go?" And we just we were all crying and looked over at her, and we said, "What?" And she goes, "Yeah, he was on my bed and he came to say goodbye and gave me a kiss." And she says, "He left." And we all froze, because there was no way this child knew that he had passed 2 hours prior. But she had an encounter with him.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. I mean, they say a lot of times, kids can see things, that adults can't. I'm not sure what the science is in that, or how that works. But how old was the child again?
She was 3.
3?
Yeah, and she just wanted to know where her papa went, and where did he go? He said goodbye, but she, I guess, was either getting up to follow him, or we don't know what the movement was, other than what she said, where'd he go? He came to say goodbye.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, that's at least a, like a nice, a nice encounter, what I mean?
Yeah. I always believe, my family always talked about, sometimes when people don't finish what they wanted to before they leave, or someone they're close to, they have dreams or you know, like when people are dying in a hospital, they always talk about relatives that come to visit them that have already passed. And that's what it seemed like with my cousin. Like maybe my grandfather went out, you know, didn't get to say goodbye to her. So made it a point before his spirit left to go in and see her. It was just the wildest thing. Because when we were there, the kids were already asleep in bed when we notified my aunt. And my aunt wasn't home when we notified her. So there was no way that the child would have heard anything about it.
Now, what did everybody else in your family think of that? I mean, how'd that work out?
Absolutely believed that it was my grandfather. And it just, there were things that happened like through the year. It always seemed like with my aunt, especially surrounding my aunt, stuff would happen, like whether it be in her home, and then even where my family is buried at the cemetery, stuff has happened there that actually made the press. It's just wild. I don't know if it's like an attachment to my aunt, like if things are attracted to her home, to her child. It's just wild.
Yeah, I mean, Lisa, that's a pretty cool story, though.
Yeah,
pretty neat that that would happen.
Yeah, it definitely left us wondering. And then you get that kind of freaky feeling where you don't want to walk past the bedroom, or every little noise you hear after that, you're wondering, is that him? Is that something? You begin to question things that you never thought you would.
So have you ever had any encounters of your own?
Yeah, actually I did when I was little. At a family relative's apartment. I was hanging out with my sisters and my brother. And do you remember the old-fashioned pole shades that you'd pull them down and they'd spring up?
Oh yeah, those ones they were always dirty.
Sitting there, and out of nowhere, the lights flickered a little bit, and then the front room shades just started. They just all of a sudden shot up.
Oh wow, I bet that freaked you out, didn't it?
The woman downstairs used to talk all the time about the guy who passed away in the hallway of the apartment building, and allegedly he was living in that apartment where a relative had been living, and supposedly it was his ghost. But that was about the one thing that I actually experienced, is watching these shades just for no reason at all. 3 shades in a row just went zipping right up, right after the lights flickered.
Yeah, that's pretty. And how bad did that scare you?
Oh, it freaked me out. Like, no tomorrow. I never wanted to go back to the house. Never. But now I live for experiences like that.
Yeah.
So you like experiences like that?
Oh,
See,
yeah.
I've never really had. I mean, knock on wood. I'm not like looking to have any experiences, but yeah, I don't.
I'm with Venom. I welcome experiences. I don't want any negative ones, but I had a similar one when my grandfather passed away. He was, we knew it. They told us he had a day to a week that before he passed, and we were like, my grandmother had just called me that day, and we were making plans on leaving in the morning to head back to see him. And I was living in Colorado and my sister was living in Missouri. So there was like an hour time difference between us. And I woke up at 4:30 in the morning and I was like static in the room. Like my heart was racing a little bit. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? And it just felt real warm. Like I wasn't afraid of anything, but it just like I felt like something was there. And my dad calls about 7 in the morning, and he told us that my grandpa had passed away in the middle of the night. And both my sister and I, at the same time my grandpa passed, that was the same time he passed. She had the same experience I did, where something woke her up, and she had that charged atmosphere in her room, and she said she she felt like it was grandpa. And I'm like, that's exactly, it just felt real warm and comforting, kind of like my grandpa was. So yeah, it's just something I've never forgot. And I was feeling really bad because I'm like, what if I don't get home before he passes away and I don't get to say goodbye, right? But we got to say goodbye. So I've always felt he stopped before he went on his way.
Yeah, I totally believe in that stuff. I really do. I feel if somebody is close with somebody, that if there is a possibility for some reason they didn't fulfill it, they find a way to either communicate or see you. It's just wild. You just, you know, and like Tombstone said, you could, I guess it's just our sixth sense where you kind of can sense if it's good or if it's bad. And I've never had a bad feeling. I've had feeling that stuff has been around, but it's kind of like you know it, but you don't acknowledge it.
Yeah. If I have a bad feeling, I leave. Because generally most of the time it's a good feeling, like, and it doesn't bother me. Like, I don't feel like I believe in negative energy. I'm not sure how I feel like on demons and things like that, but I do feel there is negative energy, and we put out into the world a whole lot. We manifest a whole lot from our own, from our own selves, putting those negative feelings out there and such. But if I ever feel like if I go to cemeteries all the time, if I go into a cemetery and I feel like I'm not supposed to be here, I'll go. Like, I'm not going to push anything or try to be like some kind of smart ass, and I'm just gonna, all right, I'll come back a different day when things are settled, because you can feel it, like, I don't know, like a disturbance in the energy or something is the best way I can describe it, but you feel when something's not right.
Right.
Tombstone,
I've got a question. Share that with you guys.
Yeah. Well, thank you for that. That was really, reminded me of my grandpa's story, so it made me, he was a great guy.
Oh, you guys.
But I'm glad she got to see him.
Yeah, I was too, because the day he passed, like, her brother had been with me and my grandparents. Like, he died at home, and it was unexpected. And her older brother was with us that day, but she wasn't. So it just made, everything just kind of made sense when we actually sat back and thought about it. Like, he didn't see her, and he had spent the day with myself and her brother, but didn't see her. So it just kind of made sense after everything had been said and done, and after everything got settled and things were getting planned, and people started actually talking about what happened and what she had said. Yeah, that's what we chalked it up to, is that he just wanted to say goodbye to her.
That's so sweet. I love
so
that.
Patty's got a question here for you guys that do this stuff. What you got, Patty?
Tombstone, I had a question about it. Have you ever tried Ghost Tube? You mentioned something about being in the cemeteries and stuff. What's your thoughts?
Yeah. It's an app. So I kind of I'm torn because my mom loved the ghost apps. And I would always download them to her phone. And there were times we had some crazy interactions, like words that would pop up and things that I couldn't make sense of. Like, I couldn't say, oh, that, like they say, like all those words are programmed in there and all of that. But if you do get accurate responses, like if you're asking questions and it says, like, it responds intelligently, then I have to think that there is something to them. I mean, they say the spirits can, their energy, they can manipulate light, and why can't they manipulate things in your phone? And so I don't fully, I'm not totally on board with them, because I think there is some play there, but when something is obvious, like if it's answering your questions, then I think that's an indicator that it's working.
A few times I've messed with it. I ask specific questions. What color is my shirt? And it answers it. And of course the little stick figure things that come up. And I've heard good reviews about it, but I just play with it. You know, I'm not a full-blown believer in that this app is, you know, opening up the gateway to the other side. But it's fun to play with.
Yeah. I don't, I know a lot of people get like, oh, you play with those things. Like, I have a Ouija board. I mean, I don't mess with it. I don't have a fear of those things because it's all around us. We don't need to open a portal. They're all around us is my thought. So I don't think, yeah.
Hey, real quick, Venomous wanted to say bye to everybody. She had to go, but thanks a lot, Venomous, for coming up on here with us. Cool stories. That was really neat. And yeah, Venomous, shoot me an email. Would love to hear from you. So yeah, anybody else wants to come up? The link is right there, pinned in everybody else's chat. And over here at Traveling Fool. So anybody wants to come up, we'll hang out here for a little while longer. Come up, tell us your story. We'd love to hear from you. All right. So what were you saying there, Toombs? I'm sorry.
Oh, I was just saying, like with the whole, like people think you're opening a portal or, you know, things of that nature. And don't totally prescribe to that belief. I think they're all around us naturally anyway. So yeah, opening up a portal and things like that. I do think if you are playing with things like that, you probably should say like, okay, thank you, goodbye, like as a exit. To maybe not let them kind of come hang out with you if you don't want them hanging out with you. But most of the spirits I've known, like I still live in a haunted house. So I know all of them. So it's not like a big deal. Like if I were to talk to them, you know, like use an app or something like that, I wouldn't feel like I needed to close it because I know what's here. But if I was like, say like at a haunted insane asylum or something like that, I damn well close that. I'd be like, all right, thank you, don't follow me home. And leave.
Yeah, see, I've never heard of this app. So it's like an app, like I don't see how that would work on an app from a phone. I mean, but does it actually, Patty, I mean, it's answered questions correctly for you?
It has, the way it's set up is it does what's kind of like a frequency hop. It kind of goes between stations and picks up keywords and displays those words type of thing. I forgot the technical name, what they call that, but
they call them they're spirit boxes, ovulus, yeah, that blah blah.
Now it would be interesting, like on that app, the camera settings when you're on it, because you said it told you what color your shirt. So if you turn your camera off on that app and it still gets it right, I'd be freaked out. But if they get it wrong, I guess it's just somebody in India watching you on their camera.
Right.
Well, actually,
uh-oh. Did we lose it? Yeah.
It's like $94 for a spirit box on Amazon.
Yeah.
I might
if you're gonna get one, yeah, they're really. I had a really good friend who he started to make those with the. I don't know why I'm blanking right now, but if you guys remember the Xbox Connects, that like you could play tennis and do all that stuff. Like my kid and I had a blast doing that, and essentially what they did, they just kind of reversed engineered that, like turned it around. So you could actually see like the spirits, right? That one kind of freaks me out a little bit because I've seen things on them. Like I had a friend use one at the cemetery one time, and yeah, you pan across, right? And there'll be a big headstone there and it wants to have arms and legs, and you're like, okay, it's just looking at the headstone and just thinking it's like a figure or something. But then you see something like leaning up and next to the headstone, like acting like a person would, like moving, and yeah, it's a little creepy. Those creep me out a little bit, but yeah, he worked on those, and I believe him. He wasn't like a scam artist or anything like that. So I think so I kind of do believe that they're picking up something. I mean, that's what the thing is supposed to do, right? It's supposed to read the movements of people to play a game. So like you flip it around and you see something there, but there's no person there. Well, what the hell is it? So
Yeah, it would be fun to have one of these little spirit box things talk to you. I'm out playing with my Tesla coils. See if I can tune in a different channel, somebody else. You know what I mean?
well,
That'd
there's
be
your friend.
amazing. Dude, if somebody started
Nathan will
talking
be
to
up
me,
there
I'd be
playing.
recording it.
Nathan will be up there playing Tune in Tokyo with the thing, seeing what comes back at him. You know, he's up here. Oh yeah, what am I wearing? I know Patty's over here freaking me out with this thing. Yeah, Big Barney Ross says his spirits are talking to him right now. They're saying to refill his wellers. What's up, Big Barney Ross? Good to see you, buddy.
Oh my god, dude.
Oh my god.
Absolutely got to get one of those now. I just got to fuck with it on air.
Now, have you ever used a spirit box?
No.
I have. Yeah.
And did it seem to work or no? Or I mean, is it?
Yeah, I've had some. You guys, I took that big trip down to New Orleans a while, like back in February, and we teamed up.
Hey,
with these
not
two
to
girls.
interrupt you, Toombs, or actually to interrupt you, but we do have a expert on the topic coming up here to tell us about this.
Shane coming up. Oh, no.
We got our good buddy Bruce Paranormal over here. How you doing tonight, there, Bruce?
Doing good. Yeah. How about
Hi,
yourself?
Bruce.
Hey guys.
Hello.
So the topic we're talking about here is what we've gone to. We're talking about spirit boxes and all that kind of stuff. You do all these experiments, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I kind of tested all of them out, which I kind of stay away from them, tell you the truth. There's so many different kind of like brands out there, and you know, some of the controls that they use, they're I don't know, they're very cheap, kind of sensors and stuff like that. So I've lined up a few of them and haven't got the same response out of, let's just say I've lined up 10 of them and did not get the same response out of more than one of them. So that's where I'm at. So if they work, they should pick up almost the same, like your spirit boxes. They should be picking up the same response. And if not, it's really hard, I guess. You know, it's just like really hard to trust them. So I kind of just stay away from them.
Yeah.
So what do you prefer to use? Like when you, so put us in a way. Bruce does, in case anybody doesn't know, Bruce does, paranormal investigations and stuff like that. Got a really great X page, and I guess I started YouTube one. We'll let you shout that out here in a minute. But you, talk us through a Bruce, so everybody knows, like a Bruce investigation.
So what I do is I set up cameras and thermal. So I do video, thermal, and audio. That's about it. So it's really not really fun, I guess, to a lot of people that's using a bunch of these pieces of equipment. So I would say my favorite audio device is it's a OEM. It's a microphone, or it's a recorder that you can hear live through a headset. So whatever's coming through the recorder, let's just say an EVP, you can hear an EVP in real time. So that's what I use. I use infrared cameras, thermal, and video. If I'm going to get let's just say like purchase a piece of ghost hunting piece of equipment, it's going to be more on the motion sensor stuff. So I thought the motion sensor stuff is, if something moves by it, it's going to trigger it. So I think it's got the more of the accurate than the other kind of EMF detections and stuff like that. So that's how I do it in a nutshell. And when I say cameras, I've got about 40 or 50 cameras set up. So it's not one or two. So I use a security system pretty much, and a DVR, and I can and I set all the cameras up on a screen so I can watch all the cameras in live time on screen. So.
What do you think about that, Toombs? I know you got to have some questions there.
Well, the more simple the device, the more I like it. I have cat balls that I use, like if I want to, just because I don't think there's a whole lot of interference from other things. I mean, I guess you could get some vibrations and stuff, but if they're going, I don't know if the cat balls, I probably should explain a little. I have one around here somewhere.
I was gonna say, I want to see the video of you chasing them around your house for hours. You know,
my ghost cats, yeah. But I've seen people use those. I enjoy using them because, like, especially I don't do ghost hunts. I have a thing about cemeteries. I kind of like to leave them peaceful and not to like rest in peace. Like, I don't like to mess with anybody that is resting in peace there. But I have taken them along, like when I'm cleaning headstones, and yes, I do talk to myself, and I talk to like whoever's grave I'm cleaning. I'll be like, hey, right? And I've put the cat balls on like the headstones as I'm cleaning, and I'll be talking and asking questions, and I've had those little guys go off like in response to what I'm asking and what I'm saying. So things like that I trust a whole lot more, because I don't think you're not getting manipulated by like an app would. Like, you've got a lot of stuff on your phone that I don't know how it all works, but I know how a cat ball works. Something has to touch it to make it go right? So I like, the more simple the equipment, the better I like it.
Yeah, that's definitely me. The equipment have gotten, I mean, they're so expensive too. That's another thing. Some of these equipments I'm looking at, people are bringing on investigation. They're anywhere between $500 to $1,000. And they do a lot. They really do a lot. But like you said, a simple cat ball. I mean, if you see a cat ball moving or flickering, I mean, it could be something. It's something's got to actually physically move that to make it move or to light up.
Just to make it light up, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, we just actually did a cemetery investigation, and I kind of get where you're coming from. Like, people go there to rest and be at peace, and I definitely get it. So we just sat there. So I videoed it, and me and my buddy, we just sat there in the back of a cemetery and talked amongst ourselves, because for one, I don't want to be conjuring up something from a cemetery. Tell you the truth, they're, like you said, they're there to rest. So we're just in the back and we're talking. Well, I do have cameras in case anything moves. So I think like ghost hunting in a cemetery isn't a good idea. And if it is, try to be as peaceful as possible, or as possible. And I think that if you're going to catch anything out of a cemetery, it's going to be residual. It's not going to be an intelligent haunting. And I think there's something to the residual hauntings. I think it is the more predominant hauntings out there. I don't think there's near as many intelligent hauntings out there that looks like it's portrayed on like YouTube. It's just like there's groups that goes out there every single weekend and get these intelligent hauntings that's like highly talking back and communicating. I think on true ghost investigations, I think it's going to be a residual haunting. And I guess that's one way you can investigate a cemetery. Just sit back, chill, and just set up cameras. And if something's going to move, you're going to catch it without bugging them or conjuring them up or cussing at them or do whatever, So, yeah.
I got a question for you. On the mics that you use for your cameras, are they noise canceling, or do you make sure that they're not?
They are not. So Yeah, they're. I am having a battle with my my microphones because they pick up everything and it's so loud. Like especially right now with the crickets and the frogs, it is ear piercing. So if there's something that's like walking back here, or a small blip of an EVP, I'm not probably going to catch it, unfortunately, because of the frogs that are in the trees. They're so loud. So, yeah.
What about like cold energy? I know you pick up the thermal, so that's hot. So is there anything out there that you can use to get the cold energy? Maybe the boob glasses or something like that.
So you're talking about like my thermal imaging does. I have a really expensive one that goes down like negative 60s. So I can see a cold spot through that. So, yeah, it's kind of strange that, I guess like what I've caught on my thermal imager has never been something cold. It's always been something warm, like a ghost. It's almost like opposite of what you would think. So I have seen through my imagers, my thermal, a ghost that is hot, never cold. So it's kind of opposite. I've only seen a few of them, not much, and I've had it for over 20 years, but it's always had heat associated with it.
Would you say that's some form of plasma that they're putting off?
I honestly, I don't know. I don't know what they would put off. I won't catch them on like IR camera. I won't even catch them with sight. So whatever it is doing is producing a heat or the absorption of heat. They're absorbing heat around them, or but I don't know if it's emanating like a plasma or a substance of any sort.
Interesting.
So what is the coolest thing you've ever, or most, when I say cool, like, most, like the most awesome thing that you've ever caught on a video, like where would you rate that at?
I've caught, I really don't know. So I would say the coolest thing I caught has been I think people calls them like doppelgangers or mimics. This was a very long time ago when our cameras wasn't like studio good. So this was back in like earlier 2000s, where it's like really grainy, and I even forget what it actually took. But I had on video we did a ghost investigation at a trailer, like a small single wide trailer, and it was a woman and her dog, and we kept on catching this woman throughout the house, and it's a very, very small house, and we noticed that after I would talk to her in the bedroom, I'd come out into the living room, like directly to the living room, and there she sits. So I had in my hand the camera. I was talking to her. I'm thinking I'm doing an interview with her, and then me walking out to the living room and catching her just sitting on the couch with her dog. So that would probably be the rarest and the coolest thing I've ever had on video. Is somehow there is something out there that truly does mimic people, like their clothes, their looks, everything. So I don't even know how to what is it, categorize that.
Have you ever had a camera that just died and would never turn back on?
Like battery drain, or?
No, like, for instance, if you go in some of the tombs in Egypt and you have your camera there, there's some kind of thing, it looks like wavy heat or something that comes off of it, and the camera stops working forever. It's a depletion of ions inside the camera, and it won't allow the camera to function again.
Ooh, I want to know more about that.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, I've not had that big of a malfunction. Now, I have a Canon XA60, which is a really good video camera. It's very, very good. And I was at an investigation, and I did have a battery drain on that was really quick. So I think it's a 3.5 hour battery, and it drained my battery within just minutes. And I haven't had it ever happen. I've never had that happen before, but after that, I'm having a serious issue on the camera itself malfunctioning. Like, it's not wanting to self-focus. It's sort of like it's damaged. So I don't know if that's something like you're talking about almost.
It is.
Okay. Yeah, I've had that. Yeah. Yep. And I still use the camera.
So when I use cold energy inside here, if it's ions that I'm working with, it depletes cameras like that. So it'll shut down your regular cell phone in seconds. You have a brand new bar, boom, it's all gone. Then you'll have cameras that'll just brick completely. They'll never turn back on. It's just a weird effect. It just pulls all the energy in like it's sucking through a vortex, and then it depletes ions. It's the same technology used in nuclear warhead so that they don't accidentally trigger. It comes into contact with it and just pulls all the energy out of it, out of everything that was in any material that was in the camera. It'll pull it immediately.
So we do have a question here in the chat. Where did it go? Wait, I lost it. I lost that one. Oh, here we go. Coming in here from Venomous Venoms here. It says, Bruce, do you think Tesla coils help or disprove spirits? What I mean is, since a Tesla coil sends electricity into the area, could it be giving a false reading that it's paranormal?
So you're talking about a Tesla coil, like next to let's just say a false reading, like let's say like beside like an EVP or not like a REM pod, something of that material. Like if a Tesla coil is next to a EMF detector or a REM pod, absolutely, yeah. Those REM pods and stuff, those pieces of equipment that work off of the free energy that's kind of floating around. Yeah, light bulbs, the old, not the LEDs. There's certain light bulbs that will set those piece of equipment off. Cameras, Wi-Fi. There's just so much stuff that will set off of a REM pod. So yeah, if you have a Tesla coil that is anywhere close to any tool that will detect, energy spikes, yeah, you're going to get a false negative. I hope that answers your question. Yeah.
Yeah, and that would make sense. I mean, you're obviously any kind of reader or anything like that is going to be reading, whatever that is, any electricity or, something like that. So it would make sense. It would register.
Yeah, I would think it could help heighten spirit activity if it's energy, like if they can draw off of that, which I think the popular belief, right? Like when devices suddenly drain of energy, that's the spirits pulling that out so that they can manifest. So I wonder if that would also help kind of like bump up the activity as well. Like if you have, like that would, did I make sense when I said that? I don't know. In my head, it's working out. But.
Yeah. Right. Everything always works out in your head,
Putting it out part. But does that make sense? Like you got all that energy going, you got electricity. I would think that they could draw off of that and maybe be more active.
Yeah, I think if you're using just the Tesla coil itself without any kind of other devices that picks up EMF spikes, yeah, I think go ahead, see what it does. If it does produce energy that could charge or electrify the atmosphere where a ghost could pull its energy from, I think it wouldn't hurt, but I wouldn't stick a REM pod close to that at all. Mm-hmm.
I'm not big on REM pods or like the EMF detectors. There's just so much stuff around. Like even in your own house, it'll get set off by like weird wiring or whatever. I know like in our old house that we had, like I got one of those little EMF detectors back when I first thought I was going to be like big time ghost hunter. And man, that thing got set off by everything in that house just because there was that old what is it, the tube wiring and stuff. It was an old house, so that thing just went off all like everywhere all the time. So it was just like, well, I don't really kind of believe it. So I never got really into I know some people love them and that's great, but not something I like. I like simple.
I got a question for you. A CRT TV, so a tube TV. You ever had one of those in the room when you're checking for ghosts? It's turned on.
I don't think so. I can't remember. I know we had an old TV when I was a kid, like when the old ones with the tubes and like those. And in our old house, that like I said, it was a haunted house. Like,
did you have a TV sitting on top of the TV with the tubes?
We actually did for a while.
Of course you did. Of course you did. Everybody did.
That was the TV stand. When the old one went out, the new one got put up.
That's right.
Becomes furniture.
But yeah,
channel manually.
We had one of those old ancient TVs, and that sucker, like you had to go up and manually turn it off. Right? There was no remote or. Like we were the remote as kids. Like when my parents wanted the channel changed, you get up and you gotta or turn the volume up. That sucker, like I remember late at night, you'd be sitting there watching something. All of a sudden, it would go, and then sometimes it would go like come on. It was, And to a kid that thought the Poltergeist was like a really scary movie, that like really creeped the shit out of me. Like I still have nightmares.
I did too. It freaks me out back then when TV would go to the snow after seeing that movie.
Oh yeah, and you got to go up and put your hands on it, do the whole 9 yards like that. So somebody, Little Miss Red Velvet's got a question here.
Hold on, real quick before you get to it. The reason I was asking is when you go up and you put any, if you're getting hot energy in the room, right? It usually has some kind of a magnetic field. And as you put magnets to those old CRT TVs, you start seeing things move around. You can write your names and stuff in and stuff like that. You know what I mean? That's why specifically I asked about those, because if there's some kind of energy going on in the room, that's how they would try to communicate, right? Find a medium where that they can do things to write letters or anything else. That's why I asked about the TV.
Maybe we need to go get one of those TVs again. I think my grandma still has one, probably in her basement. Somebody needs to fix it up though, so it'll actually work. But
well, something like that though is cool because it would be easy to fix if you have the tubes. I mean, you just you put the new TV, fix it. It's not like this new stuff. You can't work on anything anymore. Stuff's just disposable now. Back then you could keep one going forever. But Little Miss Red Velvet says, how does Bruce feel about signals like knocking or like a feather appearing? If that makes sense, does that make sense to you, Bruce?
Oddly enough, I just went on a investigation with a woman that lives down in Alabama, and she was telling me how she sees feathers that appears on these investigations that she does, and she brought this up. Then we'd seen a feather at a haunted location that kind of just started. It looked like a cobweb falling from the sky, but there was just this little white feather. And if she just didn't tell me about that, I would have overlooked it instantly. I don't know. I mean, feathers are everywhere. You could drag a feather into a house, and it's a feather. It's meant to fly, so it could get kicked around very easily and just kind of floating around. But knocks, I love a good knock.
I do too.
Yeah, I love a response. Even if it's not even a response, I love knocking. I have a house that is very loud of just knocking, and I love it. Yeah. So there's something there to knocking that I do know that is paranormal. The feather, I hope there is something paranormal about a feather, like something is like maybe like something good is like giving a feather out or something, but
Yeah.
it's a feather. It can a feather can go a long ways. So, but there might be something to it.
I had marbles. I had marbles appear. Which
those were probably mine. I lost them.
Did you lose your marbles at my?
Don't know where the hell they happened. Now I know where my marbles went.
But yeah, when we first moved out to Colorado, like I'd seen a few things, and I think I talked about them before. But I was out getting my barn ready for the horses to get here. Two of them were coming from California, and one was coming from Michigan. So I'm getting the barn all ready, and I had like the stalls completely tore down to the like hard ground, and I was putting sand in. And this sand was coming like it was clean sand. So, and I had the stalls all smoothed off with the sand, looked so beautiful, right? Like it was ready for the pads and everything to go in there. And all of a sudden would feel something like hit me. And I looked down on the ground and there's like a little marble just laying there. And that barn was I had some weird shit happening. Like my horses would freak out at nights. Like I had to put cameras on them so I could make sure nobody was down there messing with the horses and stuff. But yeah, they would just all of a sudden be like, no, we don't want to be inside, and they want to be outside. So, but yeah, the marbles things, I never was able to explain that away. Like, and they kept appearing like different places, like in the barn. Like I'd pull down a bale of hay or something to feed the horses, and a marble would fall off the bale of hay. So, I don't know. I never was able to explain that one. So, was it paranormal? I don't know. Was it some crazy crows that were camping out in my barn? Maybe. I never saw any, but it could have been. So.
Yeah, you've got all kinds of stuff like, camping out in your barn these days, from what I hear.
Yeah.
But
I got my cat ball. I made my kid go get it out of my bag. Because I think somebody was asking what the cat balls were. So, but it's just
people were interested about your cat
Why her
balls.
cats don't like her.
Yeah. Well, I got it flashing. The cats are probably going to get attacked here in like about 2 seconds. But yeah, I like them because you can just set them there, and then once it's activated right. But if it goes off and you're asking questions, like I love these things. I think they're great. But if it starts moving around too, that's another. I haven't had them move around, but I've had them like respond to me when I've asked questions, especially at the cemetery, which is usually where I take them.
Oh wow! So yeah, I did just I noticed people were asking if Bruce had a channel. I did just drop the link to Bruce's YouTube channel right there in the chat over here. Gutters or Tombs, if you would would like to do that over there in yours as well for people watching. But yeah, go. Bruce does have a new YouTube. It's pretty new, right, Bruce? Didn't you just start it recently?
Yeah. It's maybe a few weeks or a month old. So yeah, I am going to drop everything I do on it. So it's been so long that I've been investigating, and I've now see people are very curious on, seeing inside of these places and seeing how people, like other people investigate. So I'm like, I am going to start this channel and just kind of show another, perspective or an element of investigation that is different from maybe somebody else. Yes.
Yeah. So guys out there's a link to Bruce right there. I did just drop that. So yeah, if you're out there, going ahead, sub Bruce up, get him some more subs over there. We always like helping our good friends out. Get some more subs over on their YouTube and stuff like that. And Bruce, you've got a X account. You do a lot. What is your @ on X?
So it's at Bruce Conspiracy. pretty much across the board on all socials, but I am most active on X. So yeah, it's Bruce Conspiracy.
Okay, there you go. So yeah, y'all go over there and sub that up. So Bruce, we're gonna wrap this up here in just 1 second. Anything you want to shout out to people listening out there, or anything like that before we let you go?
Just keep an open mind when you're doing like ghost investigation. Going down the path that I have went. I try to stay as kind of scientific as possible. Stay away from, kind of do not spend a ton of money in ghost investigating. That is the number one thing. Don't go out and buy, I do like Ghost Stop, but just don't go out there and dump $1,000. Your eyes and ears is the best piece of equipment that you can have. So just go out there, be polite to these ghosts, and not everything's a demon, and do not spend a bunch of money.
Everything's a demon now, like on YouTube. Every house has got a demon attached to it or something, and it's just like, oh my goodness. I mean,
I'm glad mine doesn't, knock on wood. Yeah, you know what I mean? I'd rather keep it that way. Well, Bruce, we're going to wrap it up. We try to keep these around 2 hours. But, man, thanks so much for coming up. You actually, came in at the perfect time. We were off fumbling through trying to figure out what the hell we were talking about. And you happened to pop in right there and kind of, summed up a lot of what we had going. So, always a good thing. I hope you pick up some subs. I love following you along on X and all the stuff you shout out there and stuff like that, and a good channel. So y'all go over there and sub Bruce up.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for your time. I appreciate you guys, and it's always good talking to you.
Yeah, man, you're welcome to come up here anytime, brother.
Right.
Yeah.
All right,
eventually, I'm going to get down and go on an investigation with Bruce. So
there you go.
Last time because of my kids' band schedule and stuff, but now I'm like, I got to get down there, especially that one house before you sell it. I'm really interested in that one.
Yep. Anytime.
Awesome.
Thank you, Bruce.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Bruce, you have a great night, brother. All right, so we're going to go on ahead and wrap this up. Toombs, you want to give maybe some people just now coming in, you want to tell them again about our guest for next week, throw that out there again before we get out of here?
So yes, our guest coming up on next Friday, she has done some research into Ed and Lorraine Warren, and she's going to come and tell us about her research. She just recently was on a Big Time Ghost Hunters channel, so I'm really excited to pick her brain and have her join us. So a lot of I'm very impressed. I love research, so, and hers really impressed me, and I think she's done a really good job. And yeah, like I said, I'm excited to have her. So we'll be dropping some. At least I'm going to try to drop some on my channel for her coming up here, kind of build it up a little bit, because I think she's pretty cool.
Yeah, that'll be super cool. So, everybody make sure you check that out next Friday night. We'll just go ahead and stick with Toombs here for a second. Toombs, what you got coming up this week for us? Anything cool?
So this week, I have a challenge. It's going to be how many headstones can tombstones clean. So I've got 3 hours every night waiting for my kid to get out of percussion camp. So I'm going to head to my I'm going to drop him off, head to the cemetery, and see how many of those veterans' headstones I can get cleaned by the end of the week. So
that's kind of like one of those, how much wood could a woodchuck chuck?
And I'll be live.
How many headstones could a tombstone, how many tombstones could a tombstone clean if a tombstone
how many heads can she polish?
Tombstones? Right. So yeah, Tombstones just did pass over the 500 subs, got monetized over there. If anybody's not subbed up, you just go over there to Tombstones Dead Air Time. That's correct, right?
Yes.
Yep, Tombstone's Dead Air Time. If you're not subbed to her, go over there and check that out. She does a lot of great stuff. Gutters Pub. Now that you are back from being a philanthropist, and no, actually you're not. You're kind of stingy with your money, but traveling around, just talking down to all of us poors as you go. You got anything cool coming up for us?
Hopefully, I want to get something going. We'll see. out when it's going to happen, but yeah, soon.
All right. So if you're not subbed up to Gutters Pub, all you do is type in Gutters Pub. She's going to be the only Gutters Pub that comes up on there. So go on ahead and make sure you are subbed to Gutters as well. Old Man Builds, what you got coming up for us this week, brother?
Just working on my Tesla Tech presentation. That's all I'm doing this week.
Okay, that'll be cool. Yeah, that's coming up pretty soon. I know I've asked you like a million times. When is that again?
12th of next month. So I've only
12th of next month.
August 12th. August 12th.
Gutters even
He's
knows.
gonna make us all lighter. All gonna
Right, we're all going to float away, time travel, something like that. If you could just make me transport me there, like through the ticket gate without having to pay, that would be absolutely awesome. So,
Nice.
and all right, LW out there, you got some bangers coming up for us there, sir?
Probably not this week, but you never know. You never know. We'll see.
Well, there we go. So make sure, and follow Old Man Builds. If you're not there, you can just type in Old Man Builds into any platform. LW, how do people find you?
I don't know.
Would you change your channel?
Well, you put in
Mind your manners?
LW.
Yeah. Somebody type in
Oh,
LW in the chat.
video. Shout out LW.
Yeah, shout out.
Oh yeah, we could get the shout out LW going here. There it is.
Shout out to LW.
This is how you get in touch with LW. You just go on ahead, go over there, and shout out to LW.
I mean, how can you not be subscribed to me? They make songs
Right.
about me.
That's right.
Get the little fire alarm beeping there. Get the little fire alarm.
Shout out to LW.
There you go. So yeah, sub up LW as well. It is one of the easy, most easy channels to find on all of YouTube. And over here, Traveling Fools, if you ain't subbed up, come on over. Just type in Traveling Fools. You should be able to find us as well over here. So I'm going ahead, sub us up over here at Travel and Fish on X. So do that as well. Should be coming back with trivia night this Sunday night, so make sure everybody tunes in. One last thing. Shane, before we go, Shane, I guess Toombs and I are going to be going on Shane Reynolds' show tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, correct?
Yes.
Shane, if you would, while we're on, we're getting out of here, drop the link to that channel. You are a mod there. Drop the link to that channel there, Shane, wherever that is going to be happening. So 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, whatever Shane drops in there. Get over there and check us out over there tomorrow night at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. That's real time around the world. Everybody knows we invented English. We invented time. Everything happens on the East Coast. So that's for everything. Yeah, there you go, Shane, right there. Yeah, do that, Shane. Go on ahead, drop that link if you don't mind to that show or to whatever, so that everybody can go over there. If you want to just go ahead and drop the link to the show, that might even be easier. So do that. So yeah, thanks to everybody for coming in here. Tales Told in the Dark, another great channel right there coming into the chat. Love listening to her stuff. Great narrator, does a bunch of great story narration with a bunch of like spooky tales and stuff like that. If you're into that kind of stuff, go over there and sub up Tales Told in the Dark as well. So yeah, Shane, you get that dropped in there. Let me say thanks, Venomous Venoms. Thanks for coming up, hanging out with us. That is super cool. Mr. Duggar coming up here. Bruce Paranormal coming up here, explaining a bunch of stuff that we, didn't understand and stuff like that. So thanks. The Cucking Fun, always hilarious in the chat. It is always good to hear from you, brother. Always keeping me laughing there. C. Smith, a whole lot of cool people coming in here. We do want to say thanks to everybody who came over here and hung out with us tonight. And God bless each and every one of you. There you go, right there. Shane dropped it down. YouTube, Southern Paranormal Adventures. So if you're not subbed up to Southern Paranormal Adventures, get on over there right now. There is the link. Sub that up right now. Tell us goodnight in the chat, everybody. I'm going to bring up some kind of cool, funky something to go out to. Like I said, we appreciate everybody being here tonight. That was absolutely amazing. Thanks to all the guests that come up. Thanks to everybody who come and hung out with us. Make sure you hit the thumbs up on the way out if you didn't hit it on the way in. And hopefully we'll see you Sunday night for trivia, 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Next Friday night, make sure you are here. Great guests lined up, like Toombs was saying. Gonna be an absolute blast. So God bless each and every one of you out there. Enjoy the rest of your Friday night. Have a great one, everybody.